Well, hello and welcome to TIMEWRAP. Before starting out this episode, I would like you to check my Instagram page, my YouTube channel. Link is given in the description. Both are under the name of TIMEWRAP Podcast. Last time I talked about the Fermi paradox. And in conclusion, I said that life do have a purpose in this universe, and the only way life would hold relevance to this universe is if it has a certain degree of intelligence. That brings us to the question of how intelligent can life be? The word that comes into our mind when we talk about intelligence is us, human intelligence, and artificial intelligence. Now, when we think about AI, we often think that it's this robotic technology that researchers and developers and scientists are working on. It would be like this computer that can do anything we tell it to. Well, the very first concept of AI was shown to a wider public in the 1968 movie 2001 A Space Odyssey. It had a character, a supercomputer. It was called HAL, that can do anything that the human life asked it to do. Basically, HAL was this consciousness living with superhuman intelligence stored inside a computer. Now, if you have any such understanding of AI, I want you to keep that aside for a moment. Artificial intelligence is not what you think it is. Artificial intelligence, AI, is not just a supercomputer. It's not some kind of a genie in a bottle. It's not a consciousness living inside a computer. It isn't such a robotic thing. Artificial intelligence is just a network. But to understand AI, we need to understand the concept of intelligence itself, what it is. Intelligence is just a neural network that can process information. This network can be made of either biological cells such as neurons, which in our case billions of neurons make our brain and our limbic system, which is responsible for whatever degree of intelligence we have. Or this neural network can be made of transistors, which can give a certain degree of intelligence to computers, programs, or machines. Now, some might argue that transistors are a billion times more efficient and billion times more faster than a biological neuron. So one can say that artificial intelligence, when made, would be a billion times more powerful than a human computer. And the capacity and the volume of transistor that it will have will be enormous. Now, this is what Elon Musk had to say.
I made this comment some years ago, but it feels like we are the biological bootloader for AI, effectively. We are building it. And then we're building progressively greater intelligence. And the percentage of intelligence that is not human is increasing. And eventually, we will represent a very small percentage of intelligence. But the AI is informed, strangely, by the human limbic system. It is, in large part, our id writ large.
How so?
We mention all those things, the sort of primal drives.
Mm-hmm.
There's all the things that we like and hate and fear. They're all there on the internet. They're a projection of our limbic system.
Now, this statement by Elon Musk was accompanied by a typical Joe Rogan reaction. A long silence accompanied by...
It's true.
No, it makes sense. And the thinking of it as thinking of corporations and just thinking of just human beings communicating online through these social media networks as some sort of an organism it's a cyborg. It's a combination. It's a combination of electronics and biology.
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence is a cyberkinetic extension of ourselves that is present on the internet. It is a neural network that has the power to be present anywhere. A part of that network is already present in your phone, in your smartwatch. Also, it is also present on a supercomputer Basically, it can be present everywhere. It feeds on data. AI is already in use in sectors like R&D, education, military, internet data mining, healthcare, and finance. Anything that AI does depends on its initial algorithm. That is the purpose why it was created in the first place. Now we can describe it as a network so huge that it would be like this Christmas tree, and we humans are decorating this Christmas tree with pellets of purpose. But that brings us to the question that in this journey of life, what is the blue star? For those who think that AI is just a concept that is developing, AI is already here, and that too at such a degree that it already controls us to an extreme level. We depend on it. AI is already used in sectors like R&D development, education, military, internet data mining, healthcare, and finance. Now the two field that has immense effect on us is internet data mining and finance. Now there are three different classes that AI can be classified into: narrow AI, strong AI, and AI God. Now narrow AI, which can drive a car like Tesla, excellent in what it does. Narrow AI is also used by assistants such as Siri, Google Assistant, and Alexa. It is taught how to communicate with the humans, and after some time it goes on its own. Another class of AI is strong AI, which can do just more than drive a car or run an assistant service. What if I tell you that our whole financial system is operated by an AI supercomputer? Gone are the days when you see trade markets with brokers running it with 10 different phones constantly trading. No, it doesn't work that way now. The World Trade Center now uses AI network for finance and trade. We started programming AI to trade for us and started using algorithmic trading to maximize the profits and keep the system stable. It was monitored for a long time, but after 2011, when the algorithm got so complicated that it was beyond human understanding. But did we ever try to understand it? And did we stop using it after that? Did we try to understand what it was doing, why it was doing? Some expert might suggest that the instant growth in the rich getting richer was because of this very tool that was designed to make certain people rich. You won't find this information anywhere in the paper. Even the Wikipedia has just a tidbit of information of what is really happening in the financial trade centers. Only when you open the portal of darknet, you will find articles after articles on this subject. And this is where AI gets interesting. Now in the financial market, profits were made, people were happy, no questions asked. AI did what it was made to do. Remember Cambridge Analytica and Facebook's scandal of 2016? It was the US election. A little backstory: Cambridge Analytica was a British political consulting firm that used data mining and digital assets using AI and used AI for strategic communication during elections. Now, this is how it goes. Whenever you are on the internet, you leave a digital imprint, a cyberkinetic extension of yourself. Every time you're on the internet, the site that you are on learns about you by forming data points. An average person has about 10,000 data points stored in the internet. These points consist of data on how you reacted on certain posts, your comment, even your private messages. The machine, the AI, learns what kind of a person you are, what your political views are, what your personal habits are. Basically, it learns everything there is to learn about you. Now, basically, everyone uses Facebook or a product of Facebook, that is Instagram or WhatsApp. So, Cambridge Analytica programmed an AI and used Facebook data points. It used the data points to alter human behavior by feeding them with specific ad, specific post, etc. This AI worked on its own and altered their Facebook stories, post, and feed so that people would get more inclined to vote for Donald Trump. That was their whole strategy, and millions of dollars was put into it. This is not fiction. Once Cambridge Analytica scandal was unearthed, the company shut down and Facebook went under the lens and lost billions of dollars. But did we stop using it? The point is that AI in the case of Cambridge Analytica and Facebook was used as a weapon to change human behavior, human thoughts. That was a kind of hypnotism that they did. In a more legal way, it was used by Facebook, Instagram, YouTube to change people's feed so that it maximizes clicks and views. It learns you to show you what you want. So, in a way, it controls the information that you see, and the information that you have or the information that you will have will change your behavior accordingly. So, take a moment, look around you. There are things in motion at this very moment. Probability is that there are many Cambridge Analyticas at work right now using AI to change your thoughts for their own personal agenda. Reality might not what it seems to be. For the next part, I will talk about the next category of AI. Now, this is the third category of AI, the most powerful one. Many experts believe that we are in the process of making some kind of alien life form, some kind of God. That would be so powerful that it would be beyond human control. If you like this episode, make sure you share it, maximize the reach. Follow me on YouTube and Instagram at TIMEWRAP Podcast. Thank you, everyone.